And, of course, Manchester City are about to kick off any second now against West Ham United. That news will have come through to their dressing room, surely, won't it, as well?
100%, yeah. And it wouldn't change anything for them psychologically. They know they've now got to win. But
they would have been getting a little bit excited, though, wouldn't they? Because it was the 89th
yeah, of course
minute.
they would. I'm thinking, oh, boys, listen, man, we go out there today. You know what I mean? We get the job done. It's gonna. But now it's like, OK, you know, business as usual. We got to go out here. We got to win. We have to. And they're going to feel a little bit more added pressure if West Ham can keep them, you know, 0-0, 70 minutes or whatever it may be. They'll have the same feelings and the sentiments that Arsenal had. And then moments of magic at the end have to be the difference.
Of course, it's in Arsenal's hands, so they should probably be our focus, first of all. And, of course, they're still juggling 4 competitions. And it's Champions League this week, and then the crucial Carabao Cup final next weekend. And then after the international break, they return with FA Cup action, and then we're into the serious business of the Premier League again at this point. 3 of the next 4 are at home: Bournemouth, Newcastle and Fulham, sandwiched with that fascinating game at the Etihad on April the 19th. Could that be significant, that Arsenal have got 3 of their next 4 at home, given the atmosphere there this evening, given the joy and the euphoria that was around the place, maybe taking away a little bit of that tension in the process?
Yeah, and no game's easy. We know that for a fact, right? But now that they've won that game today, I think it even elevates their belief even higher. Because this was a game that, again, the anticipation would have been a draw. Now they know, listen, boys, we can do this. We can have those moments of magic. Remember back in the days you watch Manchester United and you see last-minute goals and you think, oh, it's inevitable. You know, I wouldn't say I had that feeling with Arsenal even today. But when you see Max Dowman come on and you see him have a moment of magic, you go, you know what? They're showing that grit. They're showing that title-winning mentality. And you can't doubt them now. They can go all the way as long as they keep doing this. These are the nights that feel special. These are the nights that make champions.
Do you know what, who I think is going to deserve a medal at the end of this season? I think the Arsenal fans deserve a medal, because they have been put through the ringer at home, particularly, I think, Jamie, for a lot of this season as well. They haven't done it easily, have they?
No, they haven't. That's the emotion of not winning a title, and they won it so badly. And people could say, oh, you have to stay calm, don't get onto the players. But it's natural. You paid your money. You want this so badly. You know, you've not won it for many, many years. Like the Invincibles, the last time they won it. If
22 years, yeah.
If they'd have said at that time that you won't win a league for 22 years, no one would have believed you. But this is the case. And I think it's credit to what Mikel Arteta has done. You know, he's got them into this position right now. It's, I think this is the best out of all the others. This feels like it, because I just don't think Manchester City are as strong as what they have been previously. But they are going to make them work hard. There is no foregone conclusion just yet, but they are in a fantastic position.
How old was Max Dowman? Was Theo Walcott, by the way, when he went to the World Cup?
Go on.
17.
Was he?
Yeah, and he hadn't played a lot for Arsenal. Hadn't played a lot for Arsenal at that point.
Viktor Gyökeres saying, look, that it's understandable. He felt the nerves. You could sense that inside the stadium. And, Martin, you know what would have come Arsenal's way had they not got the job done tonight. But it probably is, if they do go and get the ultimate prize, a night they'll look back on, won't they, and say that was pivotal in this race.
Do you know the thing about is the power that gives you now, the energy to win a game late like that, energises the crowd. You know, sometimes you look at it as well, the bigger picture in terms of Arteta's teams in the past. Have they lacked a superstar? Well, there's one now in the making. This young kid, let me tell you, everyone's been talking about him for a number of years, and he's just come in at the right time. It just gives everyone a lift. And then you look over your corner at Man City and you say, well, how are they feeling right now? That's 10 points, guys. It's a must-win game here tonight, with still a lot of games and a lot of football to play.
Yeah, and he was involved, Shay, wasn't he, in the Viktor Gyökeres goal?
Yeah, it was a huge moment, wasn't it? Because it looked for all, it was going to be a 0-0, you know, 2 points drop for Arsenal at the top of the league, the pressure. But he gets it here from a throw, and I think the Everton players have to do better. But take nothing away from the quality of the ball. It's a brilliant, you know, cross to the back post. They get a bit of luck with the deflection when it lands to Gyökeres in a sense. But I think the 2 Everton players have got to stop the cross. You're in the 89th minute. You know, you work so hard away from home. Pickford then as well, you probably look at, but you know, it's hard to look at a goal but not look at the positive.
It's a great ball, though, isn't it? It's teasing the goalkeeper.
It's a brilliant ball, but he has to do better, the goalkeeper. He has to get that fist on, and he has to get it away from danger, Martin. They do get a bit of a break off the defender, but again, you know, give credit to Gyökeres as well, because he's had some things that are a bit of stick. Jacob Ryan had Gyökeres in his pocket. Gyökeres just sort of drifted into that area, and it looks an easy goal, but if you know, Brian doesn't switch off, Gyökeres doesn't get in that position, he doesn't score. But I think it's the pressure that was released when that goal went in.
Arsenal delivered a heart-stopping finale at the Emirates Stadium on March 14th, 2026, clinching a vital 2-0 Premier League victory over Everton in match week 30 thanks to 2 late strikes from substitutes Viktor Gyökeres and teenage sensation Max Dowman. The result propels the Gunners 10 points clear at the top of the table with 70 points from 31 games, capitalising on Manchester City's earlier slip to tighten their grip on the title amid the quadruple chase. The match had been a tense, goalless affair for 88 minutes, with Everton, under David Moyes, sitting deep and frustrating Arsenal's attacks despite the hosts' dominance in possession and chances. David Raya made key saves to preserve the clean sheet, but frustration grew as the clock ticked down. Then came the breakthrough. In the 89th minute, substitute Max Dowman whipped in a dangerous cross from the right after a quick break. The ball deflected off Piero Hincapié before dropping perfectly for fellow sub Viktor Gyökeres to tap home from close range, his simplest goal yet, but arguably his most crucial, ending a potential draw and igniting the Emirates. Stoppage time brought pure magic. As Everton pushed for an equaliser, a corner was cleared to Dowman near the halfway line. The 16-year-old burst forward, evading Vitaly Mykolenko and another challenge with dazzling skill, then raced clear to slot into the empty net in the 90+7th minute. At 16 years and 73 days, Dowman became the youngest goalscorer in Premier League history, sealing the win and etching his name in the record books. Mikel Arteta celebrated wildly on the touchline, embracing staff and punching the air in relief and joy. Post-match, he praised the impact subs. Max is special, his energy, belief, and that finish, incredible. Viktor too, clinical when it mattered. We kept pushing, and that's what champions do. The win, following the Champions League draw with Leverkusen, underscores Arsenal's resilience. Pundits hailed Dowman's cameo as game-changing, with the teenager's cross and goal turning the game in seconds. Everton's Moyes admitted post-match, "We were close, but Arsenal's quality showed late. Credit to them, they grind it out." Arsenal's lead is now commanding, 10 points ahead of City, game in hand, as the title race tilts firmly their way. Quadruple dreams burn brighter with depth shining through. Please like and subscribe.